Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for NASDAQ price prediction based on Elliott wave analysis. This is the intraday for NASDAQ to see what happened today and what it might happen. We're gonna take a look at SPX as well, potentially to see also if there is alignment as well with the price action. So basically today in the live stream in the morning, of course, we said that we potentially finished a 1, 2, 3 and we're looking at a finished wave 4. Now your wave 5 is questionable, can be an ending diagonal, or it can be of course a 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and a 5 to hit this blue box, of course, and finishing a wave 3. In both case scenario, we don't care anymore if it, of course, it is ending diagonal or if it is an impulse. We took the high. Yeah. So we took the high. This is what we want to see in a zigzag, of course, and in an impulse both 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 correction impulse. That is perfect for, of course, the recovery here for the market, where we are looking for a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. For me, I prefer even an ending diagonal would be less scary, to be honest, than of course being in an impulse, because an impulse can still of course overshoot and hit the 1-to-1 fib level, which it might of course invalidate this of course scenario that we are recovering with it for the market and transforming it into an A, B, and a C, of course. Now, it doesn't mean that we are in a perfect right now and we are, of course, in heaven and we're moving toward the upside sooner or later. But of course, you don't have to forget that you have 3 ways up, 3 ways down, and 3 ways up as well finished. So don't forget the W, X, and a Y here, taking the high even. So basically, we are still, of course, in danger. We are very close to the recession signal. Never think that, okay, yeah, we are in heaven. And a minor mistake right now, a minor mistake, and you know what I mean in minor mistake, I mean politicians and trade wars, etc., tension in the market, and yeah, it's gonna just destroy us. Yeah, so it's gonna transform this directly into something corrective. WX and a Y, 3 ways up, 3 ways down, 3 ways up. Very simple. It's very easy to turn it corrective and moving toward the downside. Hopefully not. So hopefully that no mistake will be made, of course, during this very critical times for the market right now. Now, what it might happen next in the few hours? Well, I would like to see a finished ending diagonal. That would be nice to see because, of course, after 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, you finished currently potentially this wave 4, and you're still looking for one more leg for wave 5. If this happens, therefore, okay, we don't care for anything anymore. We just want to see 3 corrective waves. Hopefully, not impulsive. Yeah, if we see something impulsive, very impulsive, now of course it can be a zigzag, guys, for a wave 4. But if it looks like very impulsive, like this, that is not a good signal. Yeah, because of course, if this happens, like very intense impulse and aggressive, we might simply take the low, invalidate any kind of leading diagonal. So yeah, we want to see short correction and then continuation toward the upside. Potentially this leading diagonal is shrinking a little bit. And then of course, yeah, we're gonna see where this wave 4 is gonna be. Now, of course, it can extend a little bit, but we don't want to see the price. Actually, here we go. Let's give you the invalidation, by the way. We don't want to see the price overshooting this, taken from the wave 2. You don't want to see this, yeah, break it like this here, this line. Once this happens, that means of course this wave 4 became longer than your wave 2. So you want to keep this diagonal contracting, yeah, and not opening, of course, the price for longer than a wave 2. This is regarding the NASDAQ. And for the SPX, actually, for the XPX, we are also looking a little bit of slow market today. Not really intense. And yeah, basically, this is on the way to be finished, of course, as an impulse. I would say on the 15-minute chart, you have kind of like 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Now, your wave 2 is very, very shallow in a wave 2 as a correction. But what else can we do here, right? So we have no other option. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Also, this cannot be Yes, this is a little bit questionable in the S&P. I don't see really nice impulse unless, I don't know, all of it is an impulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's much nicer, maybe. 1, 2, a little bit deeper at least. We have wave 3, 4 invalidation. Yeah, that not, let's see. Yeah, potentially as well. Look at this thing, guys. If you have a zigzag here, A, B, and a C, which this works perfectly for wave B, by the way, you might have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, an ending diagonal. Okay, that is much more convincing. Because of course, yeah, as an impulse here, it's really hard to call an impulse. I know even you cannot really see the wave so much, but this is very convincing. Yeah, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as an ending diagonal can be very convincing. Potentially you have here your 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 for wave A, B, and a C as an ending diagonal. That's more than enough for me because, again, I don't want to see an impulse. I want to see an ending diagonal. That would be awesome because if we see, of course, an impulse, you're very close. It might overshoot you directly for the one-to-one fib level because the market, once it is intense somehow like this, it can reflect, of course, and counter. Yeah, as if you want like the opposite thing once you reach the all-time high. So we're gonna see, of course, what's gonna happen. We have still a lot of level anyway to reach before reaching the one-to-one fib level. We have a resistance here. However, it doesn't matter. What it matters, of course, is that we took the high. We are in the same formation. We don't want to see or hear something, yeah, bad or something. Yeah, I'm not gonna say it, but yeah, we are in a very critical market. Any mistake, it can be really a huge mistake right now for the market. Yep, so that was it for SPX and NASDAQ, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next one. Bye bye.